Happy Wednesday and welcome to the SportsCage. However you are tuning in or watching the program, we appreciate you doing that, whether it's on the streams, through our YouTube channel if you're watching, and of course always on 620 CKRM. The show is for Regina Motor Products. Today, all of our guests are going to join us on that tasty Western Pizza guest hotline. Perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings. Visit your local Western Pizza, and then you participate throughout the day on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. 600 Albert Street. You get to deal with the owner. Anything you need for the rental, that number is 936-6262. Fire a text. We already got a few out of the gate before we even start the show. There is a lot of sports, athletics, whatever semantics or verbiage you want to use, that we maybe don't talk about often on this show, that I just feel we'll chat about because it's topical. Some of it is very important if you play certain sports. So we're going to get into Iran now saying no to the World Cup of Soccer. Will that actually happen? I'm not a big soccer guy. If you listen to the show often, you know that. But that's kind of a big deal. It is coming up here in a couple of months, few months. We're hosting part of it in Canada, and now they're not coming. It's not a rec hockey tournament. Who do they call? Who do they fine? I have so many questions. Luckily, our soccer insider, Lee Kormish, is going to come on and join us in about 10 minutes' time. Bam Adebayo is the gentleman's name. I've heard of him before. If you would have said, who is he? I would have said he plays in the NBA, I think, or he plays some sort of basketball. Sure. Last night, he scored 83 points in a game that is now second all time. He passed the late Kobe Bryant, who had 81. So 2 points. Again, Bam Adebayo. I know a lot of you are probably like me. You're like, what? But it's somewhat historical, even though he didn't break the record, which probably won't be broken. Wilt to Stilt drilled 100. There's not even any video footage of that. I think it was in Hershey, Pennsylvania or somewhere. But this is now second. So that happens. And there wasn't a lot of video footage of that last night either because it was two teams that no one really cares about. So I think Peacock picked it up late. But again, it's sporting. So when you're going to have coffee at Coffee Row in Ituna or Zealandia or whatever, we kind of want to give you some ammo when you're talking to the guys so you think you know what you're talking about. World Baseball Classic, the United States of America lost to Italy yesterday. Now they're in a pickle to advance. We're going to run down that as well. Canada needs to win against Cuba. That game's on right now. Canada's up 5-1 in the bottom of the sixth. So then there's baseball talk. And then there's a bunch of stuff going on locally. Huge hockey game tonight at C6. Female, U18 AAA. Regina Pats need 2 points tonight in Lethbridge. It's a wild ride. We have guests, Lee Kormish, I mentioned that. We are going to have both coaches from that hockey game, that AAA Game 3 female midget tonight. We're going to hear from Kai Leggett from the Regina Rebels and Josh Miller from the Weyburn Goldwings in hour one. Hour two, Eric Francis. So if this show goes sideways and then Eric comes in, we're really going sideways. And then why wouldn't a guy get the Brier champion on the show, Matty Dunstone, at about 4:30 time to talk about that win at the Brier. Sarah Hodges from Notre Dame will come in hour three, talk about the new U19 female program coming to Notre Dame. Lots in the next 3 hours. That's how we're doing. That's how we're getting going. My co-host, he wasn't here last Thursday because he was sick. So he's doing a Wednesday, Thursday. He's doing back-to-back days, back-to-back shows. Next, he's going to the Sphere in Vegas. Brought to you by Flooring Superstore.
Yes.
Trent Dickin and his team, Park Street. Over 20 years in business, cash and carry prices, hard to beat. Sharky is with me on this Wednesday.
What an opening.
I already feel like I talked. What I just did was a toast at a wedding. and we still have 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Well, they'll be. We're gonna cut the cake, right? Maybe pour some champagne.
Yeah,
right.
Chicken dance. No chicken dance.
Family's got to come up and speak. We got a big day.
We banned the chicken dance at our wedding.
Yeah, we did that too.
And I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll.
Can't have that one either.
Band.
Yeah.
We had a live band though. My dad was a big live band guy. I appreciated that.
No kidding.
How you been? Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling way better. It was a short cold, real drippy. It was bad. Lots of Kleenex. Yeah. It was not a good look.
Did you do the Dristan thing or any of that new kind of clean that new Vage? Did you get the new Vage to clean your nose?
I've got the new Vage already.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I got to keep the sinuses going.
Does that thing work really well?
No, it doesn't have the horsepower it needs to get in there and root some of the stuff.
It's like the Sham Wow.
Yeah.
It's like the slap chop. You just saw it on TV. I'm like, I'm buying this.
I just go right to the doctor and say, rotor-root this out and clean this up again.
Yeah. There's lots of stuff going around.
Nope, but feeling better. Feeling way better. And thank you for the love and the prayers you sent out to me. It was awesome.
No, I had to. Yeah. Right? And I know people were worried.
They were worried. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a baseball question here before you go too far on this World Baseball thing.
Yes.
So, the United States lost to Italy to go to 3-1 in their pool. Are they done in their pool then? Is that the way it works out? They're only 4.
So
they're only 4 games.
The U.S. needs help tonight. They need the United States.
They need
Italy to beat Mexico, or have Italy score no more than 4 runs in a 9-inning loss to Mexico. If your nose was you might have a nosebleed now.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure this out. It's a calculus question, is what it is.
Okay, I see that now. Okay, there's the differential.
I need my calculator watch from Consumers Distributing.
So, Canada, with this win right now that we're watching, we're up 5-1, will be through to the next round then. Through to the semifinals.
Canada wins that. If you're talking, we're talking 2 different things here.
Yeah.
Canada wins.
They're through.
Advance. U.S., different ball game. They're watching that tilt tonight.
Yeah. They could be out.
Could be out, man.
And then they don't get invited to the White House.
And I know... Yeah, so you know what? Here's my voice of reason, I guess.
Okay.
We can laugh at this if they lose. If they don't make it in. Sorry. Okay? Yep. We can laugh. But then let's remember last year at the World Hockey Championships, we lost to Denmark.
We did.
Okay? So just does that make sense? And we lost to Latvia at World Juniors last year.
It's that old story. In a best of 7, the best team's probably going to win. They're going to win 4-7. Mm-hmm. But if you give me one game, one time, that old Herb Brooks speech.
It's like football.
One game, one time, we got a shot. But if we got to play them 7 nights in a row, we're in trouble. Yeah,
I think it's great for the event.
I do.
I know, buddy Brian from the Saudi area, BJ as he's known. He's there with the fellas right now. John Ryan, former punter from the Seattle Seahawks, I showed him. They're all together in that group. He just texted me some pictures and some videos. There's a big crew from Kindersley. Shout out Roscoe.
Hey,
that are there in Port. So
they love their hardball in Kindersley.
Talking to yeah, they do.
They do.
I was talking.
They love it.
You go into the rink. They have that thing my dad went to in like 1983, the World Baseball Championship,
classic or something. Yeah.
They not the classic.
No,
that's this.
Championship. Yeah.
They So this would have been a pretty good boys trip.
Oh, without a doubt.
San Juan, Puerto Rico, probably a nice place to go visit. Some different culture.
Sure, they have.
They said
cerveza.
They definite cervezas. Okay. They said that it's kind of like a European/Mexican feel. So, the rain delays that have happened have been off the charts because you get the tropical rain.
I've heard that. Guys are just standing there soaked, and then immediately the sun comes out and blisters them all again.
Yeah. It's very tropical.
Yeah.
The field, right? And I think that has something to do, probably the weather with how the field is, because you see how it's like real dirt.
Yeah.
And then the other is the fake, like grass, it looks like. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It's got the artificial infield, but the bases themselves.
So when a guy slides, he doesn't get rug burn.
Yeah. Well, that would be more than rug burn. Ugh.
So then they just have the little bit. Because when I first watched it, I was like, where are they playing this thing? That kind of looks Bush League.
No, that actually looks pretty cool when you think from a standpoint of maintenance and looking after it. That looks pretty cool that the base paths are the red artificial material and the bases themselves are the sand.
But probably straight rain, right? Like if they had shale there, when you get those tropical storms roll in, it would be a wash.
Yeah.
Be a mud pit.
Couldn't play.
Clay, yeah. So Canada's up now 5-2.
Ooh, this guy's
bottom of the 6th, but the Cubans, Fidel's boys, have 2 on the bags.
They're on the corners.
And this guy at the plate looks like he can take this into that cantina in left field.
Yeah, but he's now 0-2.
Yeah, he's a big gentleman. Does this guy play in the majors?
No, not if you're from Cuba, you don't. Once you leave Cuba, you can't go back. It's like the old Russian thing.
But if you left, you could play in the majors.
You can play in the
majors.
majors.
Can't go back.
You just can't play in Cuba again. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, you're out.
Iran World Cup. Lee Kormish is going to join us in a moment. Let's go to break.
Are they not going because it's in America? And they worried that all their players will leave like the Iranian women did in Australia?
You can start reading, but it's all over the web right now. You can probably jump to a lot of conclusions.
I don't have to read it. I'm just going to make decisions.
You can probably jump to why. The President of the United States welcomed them to come. I think it was yesterday, and said, we're still cool with them coming to play. We're not worried about the athletes and the players. It's more everything else. I don't want to get political on us here. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm not super pumped about our political situation here. So it's like pot calling the kettle black.
And let's be cool. It's not our strength, right?
Yeah, elbows up. What happened to that whole thing?
This might be the weakest topic you and I can cover.
Let me get this straight. You have a lot of something in your house, but you want to go somewhere else and buy it and then bring it in really expensive, like. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
See, you've already lost me.
The oil thing.
Oh, okay.
Why in the world would you tell this to a 4-year-old?
Oh, they'd figure it out.
No, we're going to bring that in. We have lots here, but we want to go get it from over here on big ships. The kids would go, well, that's stupid.
The natural gas out of Australia being shipped to Nova Scotia and New Brunswick.
I don't have it. I just chest pains, blood pressure. Let's change the subject right now. I don't have it in me. I'm on the first flight to San Juan. Be watching the game tomorrow. SportsCage will break. Come back to talk soccer. Hopefully with our soccer insider. Stay tuned. We are having a blast, and it is only 20 minutes into the show. Strikeout for Canada. Runners stranded on the bags for the Cubans.
Sacks were drunk. Now they're empty.
Oh, Capet couldn't make it happen. So Canada still leads. Is it 5-2? They went to commercial.
5-2. Yeah.
Canada's leading. Canada's going to advance. First time, Colson and I learned, first time they'll advance to the next round.
Ever?
In this thing. Yeah. Text line, Prairie Line Rentals text line. Somebody asked, Dano on the text line said, I always felt Rogers Center should be hosting the World Baseball Classics. They did. That was our trivia question yesterday. Dan must have not been listening. They hosted it in 2006, Colson, 2009.
The whole thing?
No, just one of the stages.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rogers.
2009.
2009. Dan, what about if somewhere else hosted it in Canada? We got other nice ballparks. Maybe not as big as the Rogers. Why always Toronto?
Well, because they can do it indoors.
Yeah, that's true.
The biggest thing.
I guess it. As I look outside, we're not hosting it at Curry.
Winnipeg's got a great ballpark. It's not really the season to play baseball in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we can go to the BC area.
Sunshine Coast, yeah.
I don't know what the ballpark situations are like there.
They don't have an indoor one. They got an outdoor one. That BC place is not set up as a ball diamond at all. They'd have to play in the park that the old...
It'd be like when the Blue Jays came to play the
National Baseball
Institute at Taylor Field.
With a 200-yard porch.
The Institute. Western Pizza guest hotline, perfect pizza, generous amount of toppings. Grab a wheel tonight and watch some baseball or anything, or tomorrow night. Lee Kormish, our soccer insider here on the SportsCage, joins us once again. Lee, my man, how you been?
Yes, sir. Good. I'm excited.
Throw that trophy right beside your face. I want to see that thing. It's kind of cut out. That is nice.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
That is, since 1974, this has been the World Cup trophy.
Huh.
That's what England's going to lift in about 3 months. Just kidding.
Okay. So, question for you on that, Lee. Is it one and done? Like, once they make the trophy separate each time? It's not a Stanley Cup scenario where they put your name on it and
like
make
the
it
Super
bigger
Bowl?
and bigger?
The Lombardi?
The Jules Rimet was handed from when it started in 1930. They would engrave it like the Stanley Cup. So they'd put your team on it, and so that country would get it. In 1970, Brazil had won it for a record third time, and they let Brazil keep that trophy. And then it went missing, and there's a long story behind that. But this trophy here, they create a new one, and they get to keep it.
I love the missing trophy.
They should look in Mario Lemieux's pool. That's where the Stanley Cup ended up one day.
Yeah. Okay. This news, and then right away I had to text you, and I don't know how much you've dug into it, but we are 2 months, let's say, away from the FIFA World Cup, where Canada's hosting some of it, the U.S., and now Iran is saying we're not coming. Do you believe this is going to happen?
I still have a belief that Iran will be participating in this tournament. Now, and you know what? Actually, there was an American that was interviewed at the last tournament, and the reporter that was asking him the questions said, "You do not pronounce it Iran. We are the Islamic Republic of Iran." And so then the American was apologetic. And so anyways, just wanted to throw that in there for you.
There's 5 different ways to say my last name. I'm not splitting atoms. I'm going to, hey, Mama called him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. I called it Iran. Sorry.
Sure.
But what? How can this even happen? That now do they got a list? Do they say, hey, can you get your squad together and maybe roll up to Canada or the U.S. in mid-June here and play? Like, who are they? What are they going to do if they don't come?
Yeah, let's go down that road. So if Iran does officially withdraw from the tournament, it does get a little bit complicated. The first choice is going to the next team that was in line from their confederation. So we're looking at the Asian lineup, and the next team available is Iraq. But Iraq is scheduled to play in Mexico at the end of the month to play Bolivia or Suriname for a spot. So if Iraq wins in Mexico, they'll qualify, which means you go to the next team, which is the United Arab Emirates. But Iraq the players are stuck right now. They can't even get out of there. So they're putting in a request to have their qualification matches delayed and maybe hosted somewhere else. So it's complicated.
So they can't get out of Iraq? Is that what their problem is? Like, they're stuck in the country?
Yeah, there's don't get me on the details, but yeah, they can't get out of the country right now to get to Mexico, which is still almost 3 weeks away.
Who's all playing in this Mexican twirl?
So you've still got 6 spots that are available.
Oh.
And Bolivia plays Suriname. The winner of that plays Iraq for a chance at the World Cup. So Iraq is 1 game away from qualifying for this tournament.
Of these 6 spots, then, who else is in the mix to would they just expand it to a 7th, as an example?
Well, New Caledonia plays Jamaica, and the winner plays Congo, and then you've got those European spots as well up available, such as Italy playing Canada. So. It's a bit of a weird one. It really is.
Is it ever, man? This is wild. I don't even know what the heck is going on when it comes to the World Cup. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna sprinkle on it. I love it. Could there be any any common sense to say at some point would they go, okay, this team lost out in whatever, let's say the European stages, but they are like really good. They easily could be there. Could they go to any team that's already been eliminated that is ranked in world, one of the top teams? I don't know. Is anything like that?
FIFA likes to do things in their best interest, but also, they're also traditionalists in a way. So let's say Italy does not qualify in a couple weeks here. They could look at Italy. Another team that they're talking about is Nigeria. So Nigeria's been a perennial African team at the World Cup for a long time, and they're a very good squad. So FIFA is open to a lot of options there, and that'll be decided at the Congress, the 76th Congress in Vancouver. So there's no rush in this decision.
Really? Like, how much advance notice you got to have to play in the World Cup?
I didn't know that they had that many spots. I thought there were only 2 spots available.
Like, do they call you Monday and say Friday night you got to play in Toronto? Like, what do they do?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it takes months, it takes years really to prepare a team for a World Cup. So yeah, they would be up against it, but there are teams in line that would grab that spot and run. That's for sure.
Once a team last year, a team from Vancouver bailed in the Winnipeg AAA Bantam tournament, so we just played Winnipeg twice. That's how they ran it. I don't think that's going to happen here.
No, that's not going to happen here. It's been since 1950 that a team that qualified for the World Cup actually has withdrawn. So this is an anomaly. This is something FIFA and the World Cup hasn't experienced in 70 some years.
What group were they in?
Yeah.
What group was Iran in?
Iran.
Yeah, so Iran is scheduled to play Belgium, New Zealand, and Egypt.
Oh.
Well, there they are. Now I see.
And all games are scheduled. Their 3 games are scheduled in Los Angeles, and Seattle. So they don't play any games in Mexico or Canada. And people are saying, well, move them to Canada. I don't think that schedule is going to get changed at all. I don't think any games are going to get moved.
Yeah, I see that being quite a logistic challenge. Yeah.
Is Iran good? Difficult. Is Iran good? Like, do they have a chance of winning this?
A chance of winning it? No chance of winning this. They're a pretty good Asian team. They've actually been good for a while, but they've always disappointed at the World Cup. They've never gotten out of their group stage. But with now that third place teams are going through, I expect this team should top New Zealand, and Egypt's not as good as they were, so I could see them getting out of the group. They're actually in probably the easiest group of the tournament.
Really?
So it kind of putting a bow on things for now, because I'm kind of fascinated on how this plays out. I hope there's cameras around and this will be released in some sort of Netflix docuseries. When do you think time-wise now, or timeline? Because when's that Mexico soiree going? Like, how do you think the timeline's going to go here?
That is at the end of this month, March 31st. Those games are happening. April 30th, when the FIFA Congress is in Vancouver, things need to be finalized. So I don't see any quick decisions being made. I mean, the Minister of Sports said that Iran cannot compete, which is obviously the big news out there. They said we can't compete that. But are they officially withdrawn? I have reached out to all my sources, and the President of the United States, his stance is we welcome all the teams. We welcome Iran to the World Cup, of course, but there's nothing official that I have found that has withdrawn Iran from the tournament.
So right now it's just talk, is what you're telling me? Just chatter?
Well, I mean, with everything going on, Iran wants to play in this tournament. I'm telling you, those boys would want to play. And also, the Iranian Football Federation wants to be in this tournament because they get a check for $10.5 million just for showing up.
I was going to ask the cash.
That's good, Kate.
I was going to ask the lettuce situation. Yeah. So okay. Now we're talking some real money.
Yeah.
Well, real money for us. Those oil countries, that's couch change.
Yeah. That's the stuff you find in the chocolate bars in the front row.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah. 10.5. Here's my debit card.
Load it up.
Yeah. Okay, well, Lee, I'm going to keep you on speed dial because this is interesting, and you keep me updated if you hear anything.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll leave you with this: is my hope, my prayers wants Iran in this tournament because they're a good team. And if I had to predict, I would say Iran plays in the tournament. They find a way.
Okay, there we go.
Love it.
I hope that's the case.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Lee. Have a good day. Love the trophy.
Thank you for the invite. See you again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, he's our soccer insider.
We need one.
Lee Kormish. He's good.
Yeah.
He travels like everywhere to watch soccer. Like the one time I texted him and he was, it wasn't Bolivia, but it was some country, and I'm like, he's there watching it.
Actually, my brother-in-law has tickets to the game in Vancouver against Qatar.
Does he?
Yeah.
Canada?
Qatar. Is it called Qatar?
Buddy, look who you're talking to. Call it whatever you want. That's Canada?
Yeah, Canada's playing Qatar, I believe they're called now, in Vancouver.
Is it Qatar? Or is it one of those things, Southern and Southern?
Could be.
That's another thing that I almost slap people about. It's like, I'm Southern. I go with Southern. You go to cold Southern. Southern. Give me a break.
They're playing the team, whatever the color of the flag is. Where does their flag go? I just saw it here on the map. Oh, it's red and white with a zipper in it. Yeah, they're playing them. How many people can we offend today? What countries? What names? What nationalities?
You know what though? Like he said, they need to play in it. Like they, think about those players.
Yeah,
the political side of it. You mean we're not? What? So then somebody messaged, and this is just text line chatter.
Okay.
He said, James on the Prairie Line Rentals text line, Iranian national women's soccer team all refused to sing their national anthem in Australia. Several of the players have been granted asylum now in Australia for fear of returning home and the consequences. And I think we're having we think we're having a bad day. Check the Middle East, serious times. Okay, James. James is our political correspondent on the scene.
Yeah, I did hear that some of the Iranian female soccer players were Iranian. Is that what they'd be?
I remember at the border crossing, like, I don't know, was it 8 years ago? As a joke, I think we hit the lounge, maybe a little too hard. I said, we're coming down here to seek asylum or refugee status. The guy didn't think it was funny.
They got no sense of humor at the border. None. Absolute zero.
And then,
Yeah.
No, some guys are good, man. Some of those guys are good. It's the Canadian border ones, I feel, that are always chest out, little more too hardcore.
Oh, no, I think it's the other way.
Especially when they're in like the little pigeon places like Regina and Saskatoon where they don't get many people coming in. It's like,
the other way.
No, man, I find it's like, what did you buy? What did you do? What were you doing? It's like, buddy, like, do you think I wanted to come back here from Mexico? See my tan? Like, come on.
Yeah. I brought back regret, hard feelings. Yeah.
I don't know. Send me back then.
Yeah. Send me back.
I'll be in the lounge. Let me know when the flight leaves. It's a Sports Cage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. Welcome back to the Sports Cage here, the home of local sports in Saskatchewan. We're streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com on all the streams. And of course, 620 CKRM. All right, here we go. Deciding game tonight. Game 3 in the U18 female playoff series between Weyburn and the Regina Rebels. I thought it would be fun to tee this one up, talk to some coaches, see what they're thinking going into this game. Weyburn wins the first game, in dramatic overtime with a breakaway. The Rebels come back and win in Weyburn. So it goes down tonight, 7:45 at C6 at the Sixer. Should be a good crowd. Maybe before the game, stop at one of the local Western pizzas. That's right. The Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Let's tee this one up. First talking with assistant coach of the Weyburn Gold Wings, friend of the Sports Cage, Josh Miller. Big one tonight, Millsy at the Sixer. Game 3, everything on the line to advance. 7:45. I'm sure the girls are excited.
They are. There was quite a lot of giddiness, as you know, with girls last night during practice and after practice. So I hope that's a good thing moving forward tonight.
This series, if you would have taken a one-game showdown, that old adage, that old saying, would you have taken it at the start of it?
I think, yes. If you'd have told me at the start of the year that we had a chance to move on to the second round in a one-game winner-take-all, I definitely would have taken that. I just said, sign me up wherever. So I'm looking forward to this one tonight. She's going to be a battle, though.
What's worked well in the playoffs for you guys so far? A lot of times there's players that emerge when it comes to playoff hockey. What's worked well for you? Who's worked well for you so far here?
Well, I'll give kudos and shout out to our goalie, Keela Boyd. I guess got second team All-Star in the league this year, and she, I'm not going to say maybe stole us game 1 in Regina here, and got us the one game lead, and then Skylar McNichol, who also first-year player, won league rookie of the year this year. She drives our bus. As she goes, the girls kind of follow her. So we'll need those two tonight to be on top.
And always in a deciding hockey game, a lot of times there's an unsung hero that comes out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, and we've had a few of those girls kind of all year. I'm not even going to say unsung, but our OT winner, Taylor Schnurr, game 1, had a breakaway early in the first period of game 1 and was awarded a penalty shot, which Skyla actually took, because in playoffs or in the league, you're allowed to choose any player for a penalty shot. So she come back to the bench and wanted Skyla to take it, so Skyla took it and didn't score. And she had a second breakaway in overtime and buries the winner for us. So she's won. Skyla's line mates, Chelsea Madsen, Tristan Todeszchuk. I could go on. There's a few of them that have stepped up all year for us. So I'm looking to one of them to kind of get us through tonight.
What? Not to give away too much on the game plan front, but what do you got to do to be successful against the Rebels?
They are a relentless. They come at you hard. Kai's a well coached. They're well coached over there with Kai. They will come at us hard and right from puck drop, and we knew that from game 1. And they come out real hard in game 1 and game 2, and we kind of weathered the storm. I expect much the same tonight, and we need to, the old adage, you just said it, get pucks deep and work down low and see kind of how that goes for us. We've had some success with that, so let's hope that continues tonight.
Assistant coach of the Weyburn Gold Wings, Josh Miller. Thanks for taking some time today. Good luck tonight. Have fun.
Thank you, pal.
Okay, now let's go over to the other side. They finished in third place this season, 14 wins, 11 losses, 3 overtime wins, and 2 overtime losses. The Regina Rebels out on the Western Pizza guest hotline again. The head coach of the Rebels, Kai Leggett. The deciding game. Those are always exciting for the fans. Maybe not so much for the coaches, though, Kai, going into this with the nerves.
You got that right. Yeah, game 3, best of 3 elimination game here. So, I'd much rather be playing the game, obviously, than coaching it. But, try and keep the nerves in check and make sure we got everything kind of rolling the way we want to. And, hoping for a win, obviously. Does
Weyburn surprise you guys in game 1 there?
They're a tough team. They really are. They play well. They're coached well. We had the 2-1 lead late in the third period, and bit of a breakdown on our part. But the series throughout the season has been tough. We split with them, and overtime game here and there, and so it's been we got to be on our P's and Q's all the time to make sure we can be successful.
Coaches always single out some leaders, especially in games like this tonight. Who are you going to maybe have a private chat with and say, this is where we need you?
Yeah, no, for sure. We go to our leadership group. We got Anna Benoit, Our captain will be talking to her, Caitlin Marshall, Darby Marshall on the back end there. And, talking to our goaltender, Morgan Robertson. She's been a mainstay for us, as, a lot of other players. I could go down the list. We've all put in our time with them, and, hopefully they can all pull their weight and do their job the way they're supposed to. That's what we're looking for. But just looking for leadership amongst not only the leaders, but amongst the whole team, to be honest with you.
How do you calm them down before the game? Because sometimes the nerves, the bright lights, deciding game, all that is a little much. How will you calm them down?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's, I use a little bit of humor in my coaching. Being a teacher, I think it kind of alleviates a little bit of the pressure when someone's not in a fun situation or maybe a nervous situation. But, just to go out there, do your job. It's another game, play your shift, get yourself ready for each shift, each period, and cheer each other on, and, just go out and enjoy the moment, right? Like, it's these moments, they flee by fairly quickly, and if we're not ready for them, then we kind of miss them. So hopefully they can just, get out there, enjoy it, enjoy the moment, and just play hard.
I don't want you to give anything away, but what's the game plan against this Gold Wings team?
Game plan, yeah. We definitely got to stay disciplined. Definitely got to stay disciplined. We've been in the sin bin a little bit more often than we like. They have a really good power play, so we really got to kind of take note of that. And, take care, all the cliches, take care of our D zone and get pucks out when we need to and get pucks in deep when we need to, and just, be on the good side of the puck when we need to be, and hopefully put in the net when we can get on that side of it too. So looking forward to those things. Should
be a good crowd at the Sixer. There are a lot of people excited about it. A lot of younger gals excited to watch this one. Kai, thanks for doing this. Calm the nerves tonight. Have fun. You take it in too, right?
I definitely will, Barney, and I appreciate you getting me on here. That's kind of nice. So thank you so much, and we'll hopefully pull off the win.
It'll be a good crowd tonight. Hopefully they got more than one bartender working tonight. Real heads up if anyone there's listening. Again, puck drop 7:45 at the Sixer, Weyburn, and the Regina Rebels. Should be a good one. Love doing that. Good luck to both squads tonight. We are the home of local sports in Saskatchewan. That's right. Why wouldn't we cover it? Big game in our backyard. We love it. You can talk national sports anytime. We love the local angle here. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back. It's the Sports Cage on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM. Huge tilt tonight at C6. 7:45, Weyburn Gold Wings, Regina Rebels, U18 Girls Playoff Game 3, the deciding game. Western Hockey League, Regina Pats need these 2 points. 3.5 is their number. They need this tonight in Lethbridge. You can hear it right here at 620 CKRM starting at 6:30. The other Saskatchewan teams in action in the dub, Moose Jaw, also needing points in Swift Current to take on the Broncos. SJ, one game, Melfort, home to the Estevan Bruins. Senior hockey, Coppell Valley Highway Hockey League final, game 1, Grenfell at Lumsden, 8 p.m. Game 1, U15 AA South semifinal, Sask East Oilers at the Prairie Storm. Puck drop supposed to be 8 p.m. there. National Hockey League, Montreal at Ottawa, 5:30. Those are the Canadian teams in action. And Canada is up on Cuba at the World Baseball Classic. Last check was 6-2 in the 7th inning. Yep. That is 4.
Cuba failed to catch the ball.
Reliance, switch to Reliance, $200 cash back on your new water heater. Some conditions apply. Call on Reliance. Cuba, they're threatening.
They had the bases loaded, but they couldn't move anybody in. And Canada, Cuba just dropped the fly ball. That would have been 2 away. Instead, the guy got from first to home. So, yeah.
I keep thinking about the Seinfeld episode where Kramer smuggles the Cubans into the country. And then aren't they Dominicans? And then old Earl Hatfield says, you wouldn't try and pass off Cubans to old Earl as Dominicans, would you?
And then he goes to the Cuban embassy.
Oh, yeah.
He wants an effect. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, no, it's so then the US, they're watching tonight. They're
sitting on pins and needles.
Big time, because how it works, after a stunning 8-6 loss to Italy on Tuesday night, the United States now needs Italy to beat Mexico tonight, or have Italy score no more than 4 runs in a 9-inning loss to Mexico. If you're keeping track at home, you're bored. But if you're watching the stream, Colson throws up a little, what would that be called?
A graph, I think. I think it's technically a graph.
That's just there's the name. It's like not quite an Excel sheet. Yeah, some sort of weird graphy thingamajig.
That's not even helpful.
It makes gives me a nosebleed looking at it.
It's not. Did you make this, Colson, or did you find this?
I completely just grabbed it off the internet. Basically, all it's saying is the top row of numbers is how many runs Mexico scores. The left row is how many Italy scores. If Italy scores more than Mexico and wins the game, Mexico's eliminated. If Mexico scores more than Italy and wins, depending on how many Italy scores is whether or not they're eliminated or whatever.
Italy can win.
If Italy wins, Mexico's out and the USA is in. That's the easiest thing. It's if Mexico wins, then it's how many runs were scored
by Italy.
By Italy and Mexico, I believe, also factors into it. It's wonky.
It's confusing. There's a lot of moving parts to it.
And that's not even factoring in if they tie, because I don't think they do extra innings.
Big Night is sitting on the couch is what you're telling me. So I'm looking at the standings. Nobody's got a tie. So they're win or loss.
Well, it's because they haven't tied yet.
Ed on the Prairie Land Rentals text line wants us to shout out to U18 AA Regina Rebels at Southeast Gold Wings, 8 p.m. So they're not at. They're versus, sorry. That's 8 p.m. at the Ritchie.
At the Ritchie.
So that'd be a big one tonight, too.
Yep.
No concession at the Ritchie anymore.
What?
Tomorrow night, it'll be packed.
No concession.
Pat Blues and Swift Current, game 1, and no concession. You could pull a license, get a little food truck outside.
Get a food truck outside.
How much could the guy license part of the corner there? Serve pints?
No. Well, wouldn't be allowed. You could.
Well, they have Mosaic there. I've been to the Jamaican Pavilion there and crushed some Red Stripe.
You've got to just fill out a couple of forms, but yeah.
That's all?
That's it.
Is it look anything like that graph? Do I got to fill out anything like that?
It does not look like the graph at all. It is a government form, though, so there are a couple of tricky questions.
There you go, Ed. Thanks for the reminder. We'll mention it again later.
Like the graph.
18 AA. Of the other things that are going on. So baseball, Iran not going to the World Cup allegedly. Let's call
the ball and go home.
Some people are calling their bluff.
Yeah. Sure, you're not coming.
And then NBA. Since we are a big NBA show. Colson, do you want to weigh in on this at all? Because you couldn't have been watching it because it wasn't
This wasn't broadcast, was it?
It was.
Bam Adebayo, 83 points, second most all-time in NBA history. You know what the problem is? Kobe, the great game that Kobe Bryant scored 81, and he was second, it was a meaningful game. It was a close game. This was a nothing game. This was a glorified YMCA pickup game.
Yep, and the other part of it is
free throws.
So he scored 83, and I think he had 36 free throws made.
I thought it was 41.
He attempted 43, which is the most attempted and most made. But still, the free throws is an interesting one for me because that's as much on the other team as it is on him. Like, if you want to stop the guy from scoring, I get it, fouling him. But now he's just making them all and still scoring. But, yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you guys. And anyone out there that wants to participate, 936-6262. If you're the other team in this, you are defending so he doesn't set the record against you, right?
Yeah.
So are you doing whatever it takes to stop? You're not going to go break his leg.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you they were, because some of the footage that exists, you're seeing double, triple, quadruple, and maybe everybody on him at one point. So it definitely happened.
then why is it so frowned upon if somebody bunts to break up a no-hitter?
It's those unwritten rules things, right?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander,
I hear you.
as my Baba would say
Yeah.
in her accent.
Well, we don't want to leave the Bubba out of this. Yeah.
The question is, do you know the name of the coach of the Raptors who Kobe scored on those 81?
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. So
Sam
Michael.
There you go.
Sorry, Sam Mitchell. And he is an analyst for TSN. And guess what?
Now
He was covering this night. So I got a couple clips for you here.
Okay.
Another topic of conversation. Bam Adebayo has 77
Come
points
on,
tonight.
Bam.
He's
Get
gonna,
me off
he's
the
gonna break
hook,
the
baby.
record, Sam.
For
We
all
don't need
those
to see you
coaches that
anymore.
said, I never let nobody score 82 on my team. Yeah, right.
That's funny.
So that's Bam's at 77. And then here's after the game when he got 70 or 83.
Yeah.
Alongside Sam Mitchell and Leo Routens, we'll get to Bam Adebayo in just a moment. But first, a cheers to Sam Mitchell.
Thank you very much.
Sam, you are
So
no
they're
longer the
toasting,
coach.
Jim
No, I'm not
Who
that
allowed an
guy.
opposing player
I'm not that
to
dumbass that
draw
everybody thought I was. Huh?
second most
You mean it's
points
another one down in the
NBA
world?
history. There is. It is Brian
I'm happy,
Keith.
Oh,
I'm happy to share this moment with you.
I am too, man. Hey,
What a moment.
yeah, it is. Look, Coach, look, it's not as bad as you think it is. You know what? You're going to wake up tomorrow. The sun is going to come up or it's going to snow, whatever it's doing in D.C. And you're going to remember this moment. So for all the times when you were sitting there when this happened to me, I know you said it like all the other coaches said it. Oh, I would never let this happen to my team. Oh, I was sitting 5 guys. I would empty the bench. Coach, you did exactly what I did. You called your time.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, we're getting close to hour 2. We got Eric Francis. Fan. Everybody loves little Eric Francis on a Wednesday. And Brier Champion Matt Dunstone. Stay tuned. It's the Sports Cage. We're back after the news. Welcome back. Sports Cage on Wednesdays, like he said, for Regina Motor Products. Sharky's with me Wednesday and Thursday this week because he missed last week. Brought to you by Flooring Superstore
On Park Street. Cash and carry, best place to go. They do a great job on the install, too. Super happy.
anything flooring.
Yeah. Yeah.
You-
Some great product out of there. And if he can make my wife be happy with the flooring, he can fix anybody's problem.
Canada is up 7-2, top of the 9th. It looks like, well, I guess it's baseball. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Looks like they are going to, for the first time, advance to the playoff round of the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
The United States are in a conundrum. Tonight, big one. Since they lost to 8-6 to Italy, they now need Italy to beat Mexico tonight or have Italy score no more than 4 runs in the 9th,
In a
losing to
9-inning
Mexico.
game. In a 9-inning game.
In a 9-inning game, losing to Mexico. It's confusing. So are we?
Don't put the graph
Are
up.
you
Don't put the
cheering?
chart.
A lot of people just going to cheer for Italy to beat Mexico tonight, just so the Americans. I get it. It's kind of funny. It's
is.
like, and I equated it. I said, but I don't just be
We've lost to
careful when you're,
Denmark. Yeah.
be careful when you're pointing fingers with that maple leaf on, because when we lost to Denmark at the World Hockey Championships and then Latvia at the World Juniors, wasn't it?
Yeah. Twice.
It comes right back to you.
Yeah. And you know what? This might be a little gold medal bragging by the Americans from the Olympics to say, Ike went too far.
Explain.
Well, they're pretty much, we were the best team in the world. We beat Canada. They're nobodies, right? And now their baseball team's going, I wish you guys would have just downplayed that a little bit. The karma's coming back.
I think you got to rub it in. Well, no, why? Like put yourself in their shoes.
46 years. Got to get pretty excited every 66? No. 46.
When they beat us at the '96 World Cup, I was living down there. That was
big.
I got ridiculed.
Yeah.
Verbal darts chucked my way. They're all beauties, though. We all had a pint. We were underage. It was all good.
Have a beer, it'll go away.
21? What do you mean? My ID? I'm legal to drink where I'm from.
Yeah.
That's not how it works here, son. Oh, I would always play the dumb Canadian role.
Huh.
How old are you?
The same.
18? 19? Well, you can't drink. You got to be 21. Oh, but I'm legal where I'm from. It's not how it works. Oh, sorry, officer. I'll pour it out. Played that. That was my play.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I called it the dumb Canadian rule.
All right, kids, there you go out there. If you're having trouble, just play dumb.
Then I got a fake ID, though. Then I was a buzzsaw. Gamble. I'm like, what? Then one of the guys says, what happens if you win the big prize? That's not your name. I said, good point. Run?
Small bets? Just small bets from now on.
Run into the desert?
That's where you go missing. You know better than that.
We have
Good fellas.
Brier Champion Matt Dunstone. Wow, does that look nice? Puerto Rico. How are you doing? Have you ever been there?
No.
Hey, a beautiful part of the world.
It's green, that's for sure.
We have Brier Champion Matt Dunstone coming up later, but let's talk some NHL hockey and have some fun with the traveling man, Eric Francis.
Now for Inside the NHL with Eric Francis on the SportsCage. Inside the NHL is brought to you by Sports Select. Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportsselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer.
Yeah, you're no dummy. You saw the Flames road trip. You were like, hold on here. 3-4 days in NYC?
Let me clear my schedule.
I'm going on that trip. You had a tough time getting down there, you said, though.
Oh, we had like a bit of a snapstorm in Calgary on Sunday, so I missed my connector through Chicago to get to Washington. Anyway, boo-hoo. Got there eventually, and here I am. Yeah, NYC. As you boys know, I never missed this trip. This is not a trip to be missed.
Have you done your squats
spent
today?
the whole day at the park. What?
Have you done your squats today? Last time we talked, you had to do your squats.
No, I always appreciate you looking out for me and my well-being, and I certainly need to be doing stuff like that. I just did 15,000 steps through Central Park all day. I kind of feel like I can skip the legs day because I kind of did it. But thanks.
That's good work.
What was the most interesting thing you saw at Central Park today?
Oh, dude, these two dudes playing the drums. I'm a drummer from way back, and these two guys playing drums. I guess they're on America's Got Talent. They just put on a show at Central Park, and I just sat there. I did actually sit there for over an hour just watching these guys bust out incredible things on these toolkits. So yeah, they're the best people watching in the world right here in New York. There's no question about that. No one in the world would ever dispute that if you've been here for even a day. Yeah, it's just crazy people watching, man. It's the best.
Love it. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is Craig Conroy going to become the mayor of Calgary now after the trade deals he pulled off at the deadline? I am so impressed with what he did and the picks he got back and the players and everything. They've got to be singing his praises in Cowtown.
Yeah. And you know what? He picked a lane. You know what I mean? It's people wanted him to pick a lane for years. Just, are you rebuilding? Are you going for it? Well, everybody wanted him to just tear it down because the hybrid rebuild was not working. And this was an admission that it wasn't, and it needed to be picked up. Got a new building. You got to sell tickets. That led to believe through sources that ticket prices might go up at the new building. Obviously, that's happening. So you got to have a bit of a winner, or at least looking like you're getting towards a winner. And they're not going to be a winning team by the time the new building opens. There's no question about that. They're not going to be. But at least they started, I think, going in the right direction, man. That stockpile of picks and prospects and, people in this city now are turning to all the young kids. I ran into this kid that Calgary's got named Ethan Wittenbach last night here at Madison Square Garden. He's going to win the Hobey Baker this year. He's got 9 more points than the guy who's going first overall at this year's draft, McKenna. He was a 5th-round pick, and now he's the best player in college hockey, for 1 year. And that's the kind of focus people are having now. The Flames are looking at some college free agent signings. Anyway, it's a whole different way of looking at the game now. Love it.
Yeah, I think I saw on Twitter or social media that Craig Conroy and this kid, is he going to turn pro? And is there any chance that the Flames see him this year, or how does that work?
No, like, he said to me last night, he said, like, I was drafted in the 5th round. My first year of university here, I figured I'd be here 3 or 4 years. Now, given his had, I think the timeline is maybe sped up a little bit, but I still want to do what's best for me long term. And, I could get into the weeds here, but the Flames have 3 contracts open, another 50. They're probably going to sign this kid out of Calgary, this hotshot kid that they've been chasing, and that's probably going to happen any day now. A college kid, and then you got 2 other kids that they're going to sign that they acquired in trades over the last couple of weeks that are going to sign. So there's really no room for Wittenbach right now in the lineup, and it's probably not right for him to come anyway.
How are they handling the young kids in the lineup now with the changes post trade deadline, the Perex and all? Are they kind of going? Are we going to expect to see them all the way through here? Or are they still, I guess, kind of softly putting them in?
No, like Perek's been playing, and he's been playing. I guess I'll leave it at that, and getting lots of minutes. And Hunter Brstavich is another hotshot defenseman they've called him up, but he's sat in the press box the last 2 games. So that's the new thing Flames fans are going to complain about. Now that we're going with the youth movement, let's play the hell out of the youth. And them sitting in the box isn't very happy. So that'll be the next thing people whine about.
Overall, the Flames, though, they've got to be happy with what they did. But the one, red flag, what happens to Huberdeau?
Well, he had hip surgery. He's done for the year. And then, moving forward, he's going to play a leadership role. The one thing I've said about him, compare him to Elias Pettersson, and they both make roughly the same amount of money. They're both 2 of the most highest paid or overpaid guys in the league. Pettersson's a huge problem in that dressing room because his give a shit meter is 0, and he's not very good either. At least Huberdeau is a hell of a leader and works very hard with the young guys and is pulling in the right direction. So that's a positive. Huberdeau is a very positive influence. And the fact that he makes $10.5 million is really quite irrelevant because right now the Flames are nowhere near the cap ceiling. So you could pay the guy $30 million if you wanted to because it wouldn't matter. As long as he's a good soldier and he's helping the young guys, that's all you could ask for from now on. He's clearly not going to be the impact player he was. He hasn't been for years. And now that he's had double hip surgery, I think expectations will be low on the ice anyway.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to ask this. So you guys is the team's hub right now in Manhattan, or where's the team stay?
My hub is in Manhattan. I never leave. Those jokers can go and stay in New Jersey and fill their boots in Long Island, but I stay right here in Manhattan, man. Friggin' neighborhood in the world. I'm not leaving. So, look, you get familiar with the Long Island Railroad. You take the train out to Jersey. It's easy, and or you take Ubers, whatever.
Do you have to get off at the Secaucus? Do you get off at Secaucus? I remember that's where you transfer to go to the Meadowlands. I remember that. My buddy and I. We're like, we got to get off at Secaucus, and then they sold beer. We were like, well, let's have a pint. It's a magic place. It's unbelievable to just. And have you ever played Bethpage Black on Long Island?
The very first you ever covered was the first year they went to Bethpage Black. So I was there, and I remember leaving there going, and I entered the media draw to play it, and I didn't win. And I remember thinking, actually, thank God that is like the hardest course I've ever been to in my life. Like that.
It's unreal. It's the best. You played it? Like 5 times.
Really?
I ended up, the second time I played it, I ended up joining up. I went by accident, joined up with some guys. We end up we chat all the time. They're buddies. So they get their locals. So they're like, yeah, let us know when you're in. And we played it for, I think the last time I played it for $75.
That's pretty amazing.
It pays to be a nice guy.
That's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a nice guy. Take us.
It's an 8-kilometer walk.
Oh my God.
And a lot of it's uphill, as you know from covering it. So you got to be prepared to hoof it. There's no golf carts either. Like, you're walking. It's like a real golf course. Anyways, don't want to get sidetracked. The Eastern teams, the Eastern Conference of the NHL, I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's getting down to the nitty-gritty where a guy's got to start looking at his NHL pools here. Are you curious? Because you got the Devils, they're not making anything, but then they play the Islanders. What are your eyeballs on here on this swing?
Well, yeah, it'll be fascinating. Who's for real and who's just been a pretender all these, the first 2/3 of the season or 3/4 of the season. The Islanders are a fascinating one, right? They got that boost from Schaefer early, and he kind of carried them, and nobody expecting them to kind of maintain this. But Horvat's had an incredible year, such that he made the Olympic team, and Barzal is back to old form, and they got a lot of things going on right now. And Sorokin has been a damn good goalie, as people know he always has been. So I like a lot of the elements that the Islanders have. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice add. I mean, who thought they'd be adding guys, at this time of year? So I do like them, and I am looking forward to seeing them play to see if they are for real. Look, that race in the East both races are fantastic, right? Look, this is a point in time I'd like to go back to. I've always been of the 3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for an overtime win, shootout win, like the soccer. But you know what? I can't deny that these races, and they've been this way for a long time in the NHL, they're fantastic. And so I don't ever want them to change the points, the way the points are awarded, because it gives us this incredible parity and incredible game.
Do they get to play Buffalo on this streak? Are they? Do they hit the Sabres?
No, and don't say get to play Buffalo, which means I would have to go to Buffalo.
I was gonna say, you honestly think this guy got a Samsonite and everything, and they're going to Buffalo? He doesn't go upstate. He doesn't go upstate.
No upstate. Like, as a matter of fact, this trip is the 3 New York City teams. We were in Washington on Monday. I really like Washington, great town. And then Detroit, but sadly I won't be able to make it to Detroit. So these things happen, they happen because of budgetary reasons, whatever the case.
Common sense and good judgment.
Common sense. I will say that is I'll say it, that is unequivocally the nicest arena in the league. There's nothing to me that touches that arena. The way it's designed for the fans, the Flames actually used a lot of the designs in Detroit and Montreal to shape the building that they're building right now, and the fans are right on top of the players. But just what they've done in the concourse area with the Gordie Howe statue and all these the manhole covers with all the grates on them, and the brick wall. They incorporated old and new brilliantly together in Detroit. It's by far the best visit to go visit, like the arena to go visit, just the architecture itself.
Last thing I want to ask you about hockey-wise is I heard it was kind of a big deal, emotional, heartwarming, Joel Farabee getting a letter on his jersey.
Yeah, it is kind of cool because when he came to Calgary, he wasn't really sure what he was. He was just starting to realize he's not a point-per-game player. He was trying to figure out where he fit in, where his career was going, if anywhere. And he
Lost Eric. Lost him.
They lost the internet in New York.
Manhattan. It's, yeah. Can you blame him?
No, I can't blame him one bit. Not one bit.
I'm saying that he's like, there's guys waiting there with an ice bucket in the Marriott or wherever he's in, being like, let's go wrap it up. And he's like, hold on, watch. I'm gonna start an answer to a question, and I'll make it like it's the internet.
Yeah, went down.
But it's actually me just saying, see you later, pigeons.
Good night, Jim Kite.
See you later. Is he back? Did you hear my thing? I was like, there's like 3 buddies of his broadcast team with an ice bucket being there, like, wrap it up. And he's like, watch, I'll answer my last answer to his question, and I'll just pretend like it's the internet, but I'm just going to hit disconnect.
No, your Bush League system that you call me on, if
look at this. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Colson did that one.
Your Bush League system that you call me on.
Disconnect.
We still have 4 minutes because we got to go to break because we got Matty Dunstone. So if he does come back, because I want to clear the air on one thing with Mr. Francis before if he's able to come back. We don't even need video.
Yeah,
I know we got a lot of female listeners that all of a sudden log in when Eric is on with us. Franchise, they call him.
Yeah.
He's not going to Detroit. He did mention that before, though. I remember
it's a budget issue.
A year ago, 2 years ago, he mentioned that rink is unbelievable.
I'd like to see it. Put that on my list of things that I'd like to do.
Really?
Yeah. I'll go anywhere.
Like how down on the list is that, though? Like there's a bunch of rinks I want to go to before.
Got to hit them all.
Don't.
Just get them on.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
get 'em on.
We'll bring Eric back on Friday.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to get to this consumers distributing debate that he wanted to have. So you got to tune in Friday.
So what is your side of the debate?
It's a tease. I don't want to bring it up. You tune in on Friday. He swears about something at Consumers Distributing. So I put it out there on my social media. I had 5 people that worked at Consumers get back to me
and
debunked his theory.
Debunked his theory. Okay.
So that's
you do know that most young listeners will have no idea what you're
that's
talking
coming up on Friday.
Pencil that in. Set your clock. Set your alarm on your phone.
Go to break, and then we'll come back. Canada's over. Canada beat Cuba. Yeah. Canada's advancing for the first time ever at the World Baseball Classic.
That's pretty cool.
Where's the next stage? Should we go to Puerto Rico?
Ooh, maybe it's somewhere else.
No, I think does it all shift to the States now?
It's all in the States. Canada's next game is in Houston.
Ooh.
And then should they continue winning, the semifinals and the final are in Miami.
Yeah, those aren't bad places.
Yeah, I can go to Miami.
Never been to Miami. Been to Houston.
Been to Miami, got on a cruise ship there.
There's lots of cruise ships that leave just south of Houston.
There are, yeah.
Galveston
is where they go. Yeah.
Oh, Galveston. Who sang that song?
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell. Do you also drink Wichita Lineman?
That's also
that's a good hot tub song at night with a whiskey. Wichita Lineman.
Little bourbon in the hot tub.
But it's an acquired taste. If you don't like Wichita Lineman, you think it's one of the worst songs you've ever heard.
If you don't like Wichita Lineman, you probably don't have much taste.
No. I understand why people don't like it. Yeah.
Glenn Campbell's an acquired taste all by himself.
Let's go to break. Eric Francis, by the way, was brought to you by Sports Select. You can simply make your picks online now. Generate a QR code, go to your Lotto Spot retailer, scan it, and there you go. Every bet is 100% legal. Chance of winning cash in hand. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus to play. Play responsibly. We'll come back. We are on your home of Glenn Campbell Trivia. 620 CKRM. Alrighty, Canada's moving on at the World Baseball Classic. They dumped the Cubans. First time ever. Hard to believe. And then tonight we sit and watch and possibly laugh as the United States could be out. It's a big game. It's Italy and Mexico. They need Italy to beat Mexico or have Italy score no more than 4 runs in a 9-inning loss to Mexico. It's confusing, I know. There's a lot to it.
Or Italy wins. Yeah. Sorry,
don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. It's a calculus question is what it is. Yeah. Canada won, though. They move on. I would agree
in Jim. Yeah.
We're going to have Pat tickets to give away later today for their game Saturday night against Lethbridge. But Western Pizza and the Western Pizza guest hotline. Great night to have a little wheel from Western Pizza or any of the Greek favorites you love. Let's go out on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Joining us, we're lucky enough to have Brier Champion Matt Dunstone. Matty, I know you're a golfer, Matt. I'm a golfer. And I'm not even being cheesy here. For me, it had the feelings of Rory finally winning the Masters last year.
Oh, man. Well, that's high praise for a moment like that, because that was a pretty incredible moment. But, man, I bet I felt just as good as Rory did. I can promise you that.
I bet. Has the last 3 days been as expected? The attention, the emotion, doing stuff like this?
It's been crazy, man. Today alone, been on shows since first show this morning was 6:30 in the morning, and we've been just humming along. It's been overwhelming in the best way possible, but the amount of support and people that have reached out and traction this is all getting has far surpassed what I ever expected in winning a Brier title. But I wouldn't trade it for the world.
It looked fantastic on you, by the way, on Sunday. It was great to watch on TV, and it was a ton of fun to sit back and knowing how you'd battled for so long to get to that point. I think it made it even more extra special. But on top of that, you're going to lose a guy after this year with one of your guys retiring. Does the group get together and say this is even more special because it's his last run?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, total storybook ending, right? I mean, I think you look at our team across the board. Each guy had a very good reason why this Brier would be super special to them. You go down the list. Ryan hasn't won in 13 years, and EJ, this is his last one, and he's reunited with his brother again, and this is them winning together for the second time. And then you got me and Colton, who have never won one before, but we've lost what feels like every Brier final under the sun the last handful of years. So I mean, you look at the storylines, they kind of write themselves. Amazing way for EJ to close, the chapter on his Hall of Fame career and win another one with his brother and do it with a couple first timers.
That final shot, what's going through your mind? How do you calm yourself there?
Oh man, a wave of emotion. I mean, it's a skip's dream to throw this exact shot to win a major championship, to win a game in general. So I kind of manifested it the morning of that Sunday. I kind of thought, it just had a feeling we were going to have contact to win the Brier, and I was thinking about that before our semifinal game against Jacobs, even that was the shot we were going to have, and it's wild that it came true. But in that moment, you try and slow everything down as much as you can to try and remember it, because that moment goes by so quick, and the 10 to 20 seconds of complete euphoria, if you will, like that disappears in a hurry. And I was just trying to slow it all down and try and remember every single minute of that moment.
Brier champion Matt Dunstone is joining us here on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Once the moment sets in, is there a moment you think of from the past? Maybe the heartbreaks? Is there anything that comes to mind there?
Oh man, I mean, you said it earlier. I don't think you would have seen the emotion you did if we hadn't had the heartbreak of the two Brier finals, the Olympic trials 3 months ago, and the million bronze medals to go with it, and all the Brier semifinals. Like that's a total product of all of that coming together and finally getting over that hump. It wouldn't have felt the exact same, or it wouldn't have felt close to how good it did feel. I promise you that.
I've asked a lot of athletes this, but curlers especially. How do you work on your mental game? Like, let's say over the last 12 months.
Yeah, so I mean, I work with performance coaches. That's been very steady for a very long time now. At least 2019, I want to say. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing how, as you experience different games and losses and moments and wins, how much you begin to peel back, and like how different it can get, and how much the scope of work actually changes when it comes to mental performance. And I credit the trials big time. The trials in November, that loss hit me way harder than I ever would have expected it to, and the amount of work put in over the 3 months in between the trials and this Brier was the most I ever had before. Didn't really have much of a choice. It was pretty down in the dumps, trying to figure out how the heck I wanted to even get myself back out onto the ice again. But a lot of work went into it, and again, you saw it on full display.
Question for you now. You're preparing to go ahead, obviously, Ogden, Utah, the Worlds. Have you looked ahead? Have you started to think about that? Have you thought about the other teams you're going to play there? Who have you seen before? Has that hit you yet, or are you still celebrating?
Honestly, no. I know we start with Korea and play Italy like with an hour in between. I know that's how we start Friday afternoon. I don't even know the exact field. I could probably guess it fairly well off the top of my head for you guys. But it's been a whirlwind. Where I am is a complete other coast of where we were. So it was a full day of travel yesterday just to get me home. Sunday night and Monday all day was for celebrating. And,
nice.
Wednesday we're here getting settled back in, and, things are coming together. It's moving really quick. And, a couple days time, everything will be back to normal and back practicing and getting back to it, because that's another thing too. Especially after the inspirational performances that our Olympic teams put on, a month ago, it's an honor to be able to put that Canadian jacket on immediately after then, and we got a job to do. We don't want to just go to a Worlds. We want to perform and ultimately come home with a medal.
I wonder if you have what your comments are on the emotional goodbye from Brad Gushue.
Yeah, obviously, the legend of our game has gone, and what better way for him to go out in his home building. Everyone saw how emotional that was, and obviously he's going to be missed. He showed this week too how good he still is, right? He's still got a lot in the tank when it comes to actually what he could do out on the ice, and it's obviously what he thought was his time to go, and very cool way to go out. I wasn't actually in the arena for it. Was back resting up for a game ourselves, but saw it on TV obviously, and pretty amazing moment. It was an honor to compete against him for, I guess the 8-9 years, whatever it was, that I have been in the men's game, and I'll never forget that game we got to play against him in St. John's couple nights before the Brier final. As soon as I found out the Brier was going to be in St. John's, that's a matchup I desperately wanted, and was fortunate enough to get it in a playoff game.
What is your career record against him?
Oh God, it wouldn't be good. If I'm going out on a limb, I would say for every one win I have against him, he's probably got 3.
Yeah,
would be my guess. It's the record as of late, the last couple of years, definitely probably favors me a bit, but the early record, it's not good.
Couple of quick ones here that I like to ask hockey guys on the pod this, but I'm going to ask you, who's your favorite curler of all time?
Favorite curler of all time? Oh God, there's a lot of guys that I just thoroughly enjoy.
Like when you're a youngster in Winnipeg, maybe looking up to a guy. Is there anybody?
Jeff was the guy for sure.
Yeah.
He was in his heyday as I was growing up, and that's definitely the guy I watched and cheered for the most. Got to play against him once, and now he's coming with us to Worlds now too. Kind of full circle moment.
Maybe can you do the spin out of the hack thing? Can you just?
Yeah,
I can't quite do that. I leave that for some of the other people to pull off, but that's not my thing. I like to get the rock down there quick and shake hands and get out of there, because if you're doing that means you lost, and I'm like, get me the hell out of here, because I'm done with it.
I hear the courses are open in Kamloops. Are you going to get a round in before you go, or a few?
It's looking awfully promising. I'll put it that way.
Nice.
I've been in conversation with a few people. We joked a little bit earlier. Keener is one of those guys as well. So we're looking to put something together at some point before I head out to Utah on the 24th. So got 2 weeks here to maybe sneak in 1 or 2 rounds.
What's your handicap?
I ended last year as a 6.
Oh yeah. Nice. What's Keener at these days? Out of curiosity, John Keene.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for him.
I have him on the show next week, so we'll get.
There you go.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Get the nitty gritty.
All right.
I'm not one to guess guys' handicaps, so I'll let him answer for himself. But what I will say is, a couple of weeks before the Brier, I got to head down to Palm Springs, so I already got eight rounds under my belt this year.
Oh,
good for you.
That a boy. Hey, Matty, long day for you, like you said. Really appreciate you taking some time, get the Maple Leaf on, and go get it down there in Utah.
No, thanks so much, fellas. Thanks for having me on.
Congrats again.
Wow,
Cheers.
good job. Man, who wasn't happy for him winning? He's played for Saskatchewan too. We can maybe have like a small little asterisk somewhere.
You know what's amazing, and there's conversations going on about should the Brier be the national championship we see with a representative for a province, or should we send the best team possible to the World Championships? Other countries send the best team possible. They don't do what we do with everybody qualifying to play in it. But you look at our group over the years, whether it's Kushu, whether it's Jacobs, whether it's Cooey, whether it's now Dunstone, there's some amazing curlers that have come from Canada and represented us really, really well at the Worlds. And I don't think Matty's going to be any different. I think he's going to be right up there.
Yeah, man. I can't imagine the mental gymnastics over the years when you get so close. Like I honestly can't fathom that.
No, it's
a lot like the golfers. It's a lot like Phil Mickelson couldn't win for a lot of years. Sergio Garcia couldn't win. Kind of just said whatever and then came back and won. Rory McIlroy.
Curling is not an individual game like golf, but your individual activity on that particular shot is very different than a team sport. So there would be a lot of mental football being played, and great to hear that he's using some coaching and some mental coaching to get through some of that, because that can drag you down for a long time. A long time. Yeah, ask me and my putter. It can drag you down a long time.
Yeah, you got more issues than just your putter. But that's okay. Right? You can work on it.
I'm good for it.
It's a work in progress. No, that was great. Go to break. We'll come back here. Clutch Performer, also a chance to win some tickets to watch some ice hockey. It's a Sports Cage, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. Okay. Canada, they won today over Cuba. Bam Adebayo, basketball, 83 points, second most all-time in a National Basketball Association game. Surpassed Kobe Bryant. And no one's ever going to catch Wilt. Or maybe they will.
That'd be something.
The way they drop three-pointers these days.
Yeah.
They let it rain.
Closer.
I got one.
Go.
That Martin kid last night, Patsy's game, 2 goals.
Malachi Martin.
Played well. Young Hodges scored a beauty, too.
Really?
Yeah. Scored a really nice one.
Future Battleford star.
Yeah, following Dad's footsteps. Pat Canadians looked really good last night. 5-2 win.
Saskatoon Blazers.
Yeah, how about that?
On the road, game 1 against the power that is the Moose Jaw AAA Warriors.
And they said, have a seat.
They sneaked out. Moose Jaw going to be angry.
Yeah.
Going up to Latrace or Ham or whatever they call it now. Regardless.
Did they take the Latrace name off?
Right across from the Holiday Park driving range.
Yes.
Avenue P and, was it Wentz?
Something like that.
Colson.
Sort of an unclutch, or more unfortunate here. So the Max Crosby trade got rescinded yesterday.
Sure did.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a story in 4 tweets here. So this guy, Nate, at Hamilton DPOY, if the Ravens happen to trade for Max Crosby, I will completely shave my head.
Never put something like that out there.
And we get Adam Scheffner breaking the news. Yeah, Max Crosby going to the Ravens.
You got to read this for people in radio.
Yeah.
In exchange for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. And then
that's Adam Scheffner.
Yeah, breaking the news. And then the reading between the lines, I'm hearing the Ravens got cold feet about sending 2 first-rounders away. So they, because of his surgery, they fault the physical. The medical, yeah.
Physical, yeah.
So right before all this happens, the guy posts, "Oh yeah, here's my head now. Welcome to Baltimore, Crosby Max."
Ball doesn't look good on
him,
on Bud, on Nate, the Nate dog.
Yeah,
he made a tough decision.
Yeah,
a decision was made.
Yeah, and then a few hours later, Ravens rescind the trade. So, Nate, man.
Yeah, who are the chefs? I think is the.
Yeah, that's wild. What's going to happen now with Crosby?
Yeah, and they picked up Trey Henderson, the free agent.
Yeah, and they didn't have to give the picks.
Exactly. Yeah. So reading between the lines, I'm seeing there's some ownership that is upset because Crosby had the surgery, right? So very realistic chance he doesn't pass a medical.
Well, it hasn't been long enough. It hasn't been long enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he had a bunch of doctors look at him. The Cowboys doctors did as well. I'm really curious to talk to Arash tomorrow about it, maybe even Farhan on Friday. On their take, and if they got any inside baseball on it, because now, like, if you're the Raiders, you made so many picks. You got the first pick. You're getting Mendoza as a quarterback. Do you go and sit down at the room, sit down with a bottle, and say, "Listen, I know you're not happy with us, what we did last year, sitting you down. We're sorry.
Got a new coach.
We got Tom Brady. Tom Brady did the negotiation.
Yeah,
Tommy rolls in with his tinted glasses and says, "Hey,
a couple of his dates.
Matt,
$600 million watch.
We're sorry.
Yeah,
we are sorry." He's been married. He said that, even if you don't mean it. I'm sorry. And then Max is back with the Raiders. I'm not a Raider guy.
That was Barney who said that, by the way.
I'm not a Raider guy.
Why I pulled my
You've
camera
never
off
given
screen.
out a shallow "I'm sorry" to anybody that you love? Get lost. You have. You've probably done it this week.
No, not this week.
I'm
This
sorry.
week.
I'm sorry, Sharky.
That does ring a bell. Yeah, I've made that noise. Yeah, that does ring a bell. Made that sound.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
We're good. Clutch Performer brought to you by Keln Solar in Lumsden. Locally owned, family owned. They're starting to get out there and give quotes. If you're thinking about getting solar and saving some money, Keln Solar. Where do we go from here, Colson?
Call Crofty in 30 seconds.
We got Crofty coming on. We got the Crofty hit.
Oh, are we going to talk about electric or cows?
No, tomorrow
or
is
horses?
NASCAR. Today is strictly electrical.
I know we're not talking NASCAR, but we might talk cows. He's in the cow business now too. He's a farmer.
What's that?
He's a farmer.
Isn't that a rancher?
Yes. Well, yeah. I guess he's a rancher.
I couldn't do that. Aaron down the hall at the Wolf talks about he has to go to his family farm and clean out the barns like once a month.
You're soft.
Yeah, when it comes to that,
soft.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Could you come out just one day and pick chicken eggs?
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't need that experience on the
really
bucket
do.
list.
You need to expand your horizon because it's very shallow.
What?
Your horizon, you need more in
Go
your
ahead.
life.
Judge me. Look at my face. Do I care?
I had a moose roast for lunch today.
A moose what?
Roast.
That's so gross.
It was delicious.
My roommate in Swift Current, when we were poor radio guys and whatever, and then he went and worked off. He'd cook moose steak.
Yeah.
And that's when the George Foreman grills came out. And we buzzed everything on the George Foreman grills.
Who didn't?
And I'd come home and the apartment would just reek. I'm like, you made moose steak, didn't you? He's like, yep, just sitting there eating it, cutting it. I'm like, that's so gross.
It's a delicacy.
It's so gross.
It is so awesome.
So then I ate so much beefarino.
You will never eat at my house, will you? You would never.
No. I might never come over if you're going to tie me up and get me to some chicken farm and start picking eggs or something, whatever you're talking about. No, I want to come to your pool this year, though.
All right.
When it's really hot out.
Yeah.
You're a good guy to know. We got him. Croft Electric. Find him. CroftElectric.com. Online. It is, you book online today, like we talked about last time. You can finance projects. Crofty, where do you steer the ship today? Where do you want to go?
What? I just was listening to you knuckleheads. What is going on down there today? Who let Sharky on Wednesday? And by the way, Sharky, I was listening. Your shallow sorry. You said a shallow sorry to me earlier this week. So that's a lie right there.
Yes.
I apologized for something to you?
Yeah, you said you gave me this cold, and then you kind of said, yeah, sorry. And I was like, I didn't even see you last week.
See?
Yeah, it's not my fault. I'm actually not sorry. Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to get Barney out to the rancho. He's got to pick some chicken eggs, maybe help pull a calf.
Stuff your sorries in a sack and your chicken eggs.
Yeah, you're going to come out during calving.
That is perfect segue, boys.
Yeah.
Get Barney out to the ranch. We'll do some eggs, and in April we'll get him pulling some cows. Jada can teach him a thing or two. That'd be awesome.
Get him on a horse. Get him on a horse.
Get him on a horse.
Yeah.
No, I heard he was told a story yesterday. He was out riding in Costa Rica with the wife.
No. We were supposed to. My daughter wanted to ride a horse on a beach in Mexico, and then we ended up going for a horseback ride in Prince Albert National Park.
Oh, that's like the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
Now you're going to do it at Crofty's.
My knee hurts so much.
Yeah, you did it wrong.
And it kept hammering into trees. And like this horse knows. This horse is just trying to piss me off, I think.
He was trying to get rid of you.
Okay, Crofty,
trying to rub you off.
Tell us about the business, buddy.
Hey, yeah, sorry, we got sidetracked there. But perfect segue with the pulling the calves. For me, ranching and horses and cows is, sideline is a hobby. What we want is, those ranchers and farmers out there. We don't want electrical to be, their sideline, their hobby. We want them to call us when you need us. Let us come out. Let us show us the difference that we can give you than the guy down the road that has electrical as a sideline, right? So, we're rolled out our preferred customer program this year. It's a great way for these farmers, ranchers, and homeowners to get us into their house, and we can do an inspection, check everything out, make sure everything's up to code, do some thermal scanning of their panel, and get ahead of any of those problems and save them real dollars down the road.
And I want to say, it's never too early to call for the cabin owners.
Oh, 100%. That's a great point. We're, like looking outside, it's a beautiful sunny day, and, we're mid-March. People want to be fully in the cabin by mid-May, right? We don't want to be starting your renovations when you want to live in the cabin. So give us a call. Let's come out. Let's take a look at what you want to do. Let's get her fixed up, get that project done so that by the time you want to start living at the cabin for the summer, it is done.
CroftElectric.com, 306-586-1333. That's 1333. Crofty, have a good rest of your week, my friend. And I'm sorry for Sharky's behavior.
Thanks, boys. Have a great show.
Croft Electric. All right, we're up against the clock. We got to go. We're coming back. Hour number 3, Sarah Hodges from Notre Dame talking about a new program out there. If you missed it, both coaches from the AAA female Game 3 going down today. We're going to hear from both of those, and I'm going to get to some of these text messages on the Prairie Land Rentals text line, and we're going to give away some Pat tickets right after the news. We'll be right back.
Love it.
Huge tilt alert. 7:45, Weyburn Gold Wings, Regina Rebels, best of 3, tied 1-1 in the U18 AAA girls. The other series continues, Notre Dame's in Swift Current, 8 p.m. That's tied 1-1 as well. The Pats are in Lethbridge, starts here, pregame show 6:30 on 620 CKRM. Also, the Moose Jaw Warriors are in Swift Current at 7 p.m. SJ Estevan travels into Melfort. Senior hockey, game 1 of the Qu'Appelle Valley Highway Hockey League. Final, Grenfell is at Lumsden, 8 p.m. U18, AA Rebels, Weyburn Gold Wings, 8 p.m. at the Ritchie. In Balgony, U15, AA Sask East Oilers at Prairie Storm, allegedly starting at 8 p.m. National Hockey League Canadian teams, Montreal's at Ottawa, 5:30. That is for home of the price match guarantee, Extreme Hockey and Sport. They're local, they support local, Extreme Hockey. Back after the news. What a show. So much fun. We got 1 hour left.
Great day.
Sharky is with me for Flooring Superstore today and tomorrow. We get 2 nights
2 days
of Sharky.
It's a lot
it's
of
like when concerts roll in and they got a big set list. They play 2 nights. Sharky at the Sphere.
That's next.
That'd be something.
Wouldn't that be something?
You could go back and listen to all this in podcast form or watch it on YouTube later. We've had a fun show. We had Lee Kormish off the start. He's our soccer insider because there's some big soccer news. Iran. I was calling it Iran. Iran.
You're calling it as it's spelled.
Isn't that a concept?
Yeah.
In the English line, don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
Enough. Why can't
enough?
Who thought some of these words? It's like Jeff, and it's spelled Geof.
Yeah.
What?
Goff.
What are we doing?
It's Goff.
Sorry, all the Jeffs out there that spell their name like that.
I know 2.
Yeah. Did they listen? Yes.
I don't know.
The answer is yes, Colson. The answer is yes. Anyways,
the answer is always yes.
Iran has decided they're saying they're not coming to the World Cup of Soccer.
They're taking their ball and they're going home.
And I'm sure the players are devastated. Now, Lee, in the interview, you can go back and listen to it, he's not sure on how this plays out. And then there's still spots up for grabs. So the trickle-down effect, how it'll all play out is interesting. That was an hour one. You can go back and listen to that. We had, and we're going to play it at the back half of this hour, both coaches from the game tonight at the Sixer. Game 3, AAA midget girls. It's the Weyburn Gold Wings at the Regina Rebels. Tied 1-1 deciding game. It should be a good crowd, and it'll be a good game, and the intensity.
It'll be good.
Both coaches
Hopefully
coming
they
up.
have both the 2 beer sellers again, like last night.
And again, or just the little cart. The concept of the cart.
They had the cart out there with the beer.
Yeah. No, and the one lady actually that works the cart usually at the Pat C's game, very nice lady.
Yeah, she was. They were great.
She knows, yeah. And then hour 2, Eric Francis live from downtown Manhattan.
Live-ish.
Yep. Matt Dunstone, Brier Champion, was with us at 4:30. That was a great interview.
It was.
I learned a little bit more about Matty as he gets set for the Worlds. And then here we are in hour 3. We're going to, Colson, tee it up here before I want to get to Sprinkle of the Day in a bit. But before we do that, we talked about Iran possibly not going to the World Cup. With big news. Then the other big news, this is what I started the show with. We're talking things today, and I hate being phony. It is one of the things I hate more than anything in this world. Phony people and being phony.
They show up really quick.
Except when you're sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. To my wife, and then to throw out a sorry, I can do that.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. We don't know a lot about soccer. That's why we ask questions. We don't know a lot about the NBA here. I love playing the game. Anyone wants to play a little horse? Let's go. I'm not jumping up and down because I'm paranoid about tearing my Achilles, but I love basketball. Last night, Bam Adebayo, the name familiar to not a lot, plays in the NBA. He scored 83 points in a regular season game, second most all time, passing the late Kobe Bryant. It was a nothing game. He had like 87 free throws, and
it was 50-some.
40-some. Colson?
He had 36 of 43.
I was close.
There we go. Okay. Not 87.
83 points, and Wilt Chamberlain, the great Wilt, the Stilt, he got 100. It was a game in Hershey, Pennsylvania in 1962. 1960, there was no TV. There was no radio. There was a photo.
There was photos.
There was a photo.
Was it the photo where they had to pull the cord?
Yeah.
Probably.
No, the 60s. No, the 60s were fine.
That sort of photo.
But he scored 100. Scoring 100, will we ever see that? Will we ever see that? Then I asked the question. No. I said, so what kind of defense was what was the opponent? Washington?
Washington Wizards.
They stink.
Which they weren't. Yeah.
They, are you trying to prevent him from setting the record?
I would think you're trying.
To what stops are you pulling out? Everything?
I would imagine so.
Except being dirty. Like, you're not going to hurt the guy, but you try to foul other guys so they shoot, not him, is what I heard.
If he was hitting from everything from everywhere, why would you let him shoot? Right? Cool. So what did he get for threes? Do you have the stats line?
Yeah, it was a career high for him in threes. 7 for 22.
7 for 20. That's not a lot.
No, he's a big man. He's a forward. He's not a shooter in that aspect, but 20 of 43 from the field.
So we're just giving this to you, like I said, just like
he shot less than 50% and less than 30% from the threes.
Just like the Iranian soccer thing. When you go to Coffee Row tomorrow in Ituna or Herbert or wherever, you kind of have a little bit of knowledge when you're talking to the fellas or the ladies on what happened. Did you hear that guy in the NBA scored 83 points?
Bam's his name?
Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo.
Down in the bio.
Okay.
And then the World Baseball Classic. Canada will advance for the first time ever to the next round.
To the quarterfinals.
They dumped Cuba. Final score 7-2. Now, the real interesting part of the World Baseball Classic tonight.
Yes.
The United States of America could be out. And they had a good team. And they're really good at baseball. It's their national pastime.
They got a lot of guys there that can play.
But before we laugh, I always say, before we laugh, look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And in the background, when you're looking in that mirror, you might see Canada losing to Denmark last year at the World Hockey Championships.
With Sidney Crosby playing.
Or Canada losing to Latvia at the World Juniors. So laugh away. Just remember when you're pointing that finger. So tonight...
It's like Italian guys pointing the finger on the screen.
Oh, just wait. It gets better.
Okay.
For their celebrations in the pit, here we go. They do a shot of espresso.
Yep.
And then, in the true European way, kiss each other on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they plunked them.
8-6, Italy beats the U.S. So now the United States needs Italy to beat Mexico tonight, or pay attention, or have Italy score no more than 4 runs in a 9-inning loss to Mexico. Don't put up the chart again for anyone on the stream.
The chart's terrible.
Somebody messaged in a funny GIF or GIF earlier, 936-6262, Prairie Land Rentals text line. So we're just kind of keeping you up to date. There's a lot of things going on in sports. It's great. There's a lot of good playoff hockey going in and around.
We talked about this morning. We completely forgot about it till now. The Greater Ontario Hockey League.
Oh, right.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah. Isn't this their second year?
This is crazy. I don't know.
I think it is.
There's a league. It's called the Greater Ontario Hockey League. It's a development league for the OHL. There's a team in this league known as the Sarnia Legionnaires.
That's what I wanted to find.
They finished the year with an 0-50 record. No overtime losses. Those are all in regulation.
I want to get one of their jerseys.
I want to talk to their coach on the show.
A minus 258 point differential.
That's a tough look.
Yeah.
The next, the Komaka Kings, they won 16 games. Sarnia 0-50 in the Greater Ontario Hockey League. That's a record. Like that, I know it's amateur sports, it's junior hockey, they're kids.
They have a staff application for them. They're looking for a new coach.
0-50. Take her on the. At what point does it just you go into the locker room and it's like whatever?
Who's ready?
See you guys on the bus.
Yeah, Mike Daly was the head coach, with Zach Magwood and Matthew Mueller as assistants. Dan Forrest was the goalie coach. He's looking for a new opportunity.
They actually did win 17 games last season, so it's not that bad.
Okay, so it's not back-to-back.
Way to brighten it up. Good on you guys. 0-50. Regina Pats.
Where is their jerseys? I want to buy a jersey.
Take on the Regina Pats. Buy an Iranian soccer jersey for the World Cup while you're at it.
That's not
put that on hold.
That's not in vogue right
now. They're
now.
not playing.
No.
Regina Pats are in Lethbridge tonight. 3.5 is their magic number. Moose Jaw also in action tonight. They need points. They are in Swift Current. You want to go to the Pats game. Coming up Saturday night, 6 p.m. Coulson's got him in his hands. Well,
hands.
They're not hard tickets. I'm not going to lie to you. We got to email them to you. 6 p.m. puck drop Saturday. If you can make it at the Brandt Center. Prince Albert Raiders, the leaders in the Eastern Conference, are in town. We got 2 tickets to give away. 936.
They've played the Raiders well.
62-62.
They've played the Raiders tough this year. Medicine Hats run their show. They played the Raiders tough.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
936. If you haven't won anything on CKRM in the last 30 days,
I haven't.
Caveat. So 936-62-62. Okay, sprinkle of the day for Sports Select.
Do not take the Sarnia Legionnaires to win. Just saying.
Wouldn't that be something else if you could bet on that? Do they have a line here? I was gonna play this on my way to work today, and now I'm kicking myself. Sports Select, they had the line of Canada, Cuba,
and
Canada was paying $1.95 on the money line.
Okay,
should have hammered that.
Should have.
What did it end? 7-2 the score?
7-2.
So it was over under 8. So I could have taken that. You can't parlay that, but yeah. So that was tonight.
You know, it's amazing. They put an over under 8 on that on a game like that, and they get it right.
Oh, I know.
Right?
I know, man. Like, they're so good at what they do.
No kidding.
I'm looking for the. Maybe it's because it's already started. It's not on the board. The Italy-Mexico game.
Is it on? Did it already start?
Look it up. World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, 5 o'clock it started. Yeah, it should be on.
So it's already on. So sprinkle of the day, sportselect.com, where now you don't have to, if you don't want to, you don't have to go fill it in the old way we used to. You can do it on your phone with QR codes, and then you go to the Lotto Spot retailer. They have a little thing that you can scan. Every place has it. They scan away, print off your ticket, and there you go. Let's look at the hockey tonight.
What do you got?
Not a lot. Montreal Canadiens at Ottawa Senators. I really need to start watching Eastern Conference hockey as we go into pool season.
Now, the tie is what? Is it a one goal difference?
Goes into overtime. That's a tie. In hockey.
The tie's not bad there. Montreal at 3 points. Yeah, Montreal's the pick there.
You want to take Montreal to win outright, or you want to take it goes to overtime?
Montreal to win outright.
305 that pays. That's a nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice. What about? I know nothing about the Washington Capitals and Philadelphia Flyers.
Well, Washington just had an outburst, but they were playing Calgary. They put up 7 against the Flames. Flyers have played better lately. They're back in the mix in the East.
They are in the mixer.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are.
They're both in the mix. That's maybe the tie. I'd go with the tie on that. Montreal and then the tie.
Philadelphia trails with 2 games in hand Washington by 2 points.
Yep.
In the standings. SportsSelect.com. When you're ready to play, bet on the original, cash in hand. Every bet is 100% legal. Like I said, you can do it on your phone now. QR code, scan it at your Lotto Spot retailer. Bingo, bango. There you go. SportsSelect.com.
Bottom of the first right now between Italy and Mexico. It is 0-0.
All right. Can we get that game on the screen here? Is that?
It's on a different stream or something. I looked for it. I think it was on Tubi, which why
would it be on Tubi?
Because they didn't expect it to be an important
Italy,
game.
Mexico baseball.
Yeah. I find that hilarious that the fate of the USA baseball team is on a secondary streaming service.
I'll be able to watch it when I get home. I get every channel under the sun.
I'm going to have to
play watching it in some different language. Oh, I'll watch it in Mexico and crack open a Modelo. Squint. My backyard make me feel like I'm in Silita.
He the most interesting man in the world? That's the Secchi.
That's Ross Mahoney.
That is Ross Mahoney. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Okay, we'll go to break.
All right.
We'll come back. Still to join us in this hour from Notre Dame, Sarah Hodges. We will do that. We're streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM. We got a call in from, was it Debbie? Semi-rollover?
Yeah.
Highway 11?
Yeah, Highway 11 coming back from Regina Beach to Regina.
Southbound lanes.
Yeah, she said there was cops all around it already, so careful driving out there.
Officers, be aware. Slow down. Don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
Be safe. Hopefully everyone handles. Thanks for the call, Debbie, on that. Congratulations to Sean Hoving. He won the 2 Pat tickets for the game Saturday night at the Brandt Center. Prince Albert Raiders are in town.
The Raiders.
Western Pizza. Could go for a nice couple sticks of souvlaki right now. Their lasagna. Tomorrow's a hockey night for the kids. Maybe lasagna. Underrated lasagna. I get it. I get it from the north, the NOD one, or Spiro on the south side.
Yep.
Just something about their sauce. Anyways, Western Pizza guest hotline. Let's go out. We are joined by Sarah Hodges from the Notre Dame Hounds. Sarah, thank you very much for making time today. And we're going to talk about a new program, female hockey-wise, at Notre Dame, the U19 prep program.
Yeah, it's a new team that we're starting next year. We started our U15 program this year. It went over very well, and this will be a natural progression for us. We have Ryan Gilbert will be coaching that team, and it'll play a 45 to 50 game schedule, showcase mainly, and we'll give some of our older players an opportunity to showcase their skills for universities.
Yeah, is it just, where the players that get to that age, there is not a lot of options for something like this?
There's really nothing in the province for kids that are still in school, I would say. So there's that junior league that's under 22, but for kids that are in grade 12, that their birth year doesn't align with their graduation year, there's nothing for them. So they have to go to an academy. So we'd rather have them here than go to someplace out of province.
So, Sarah, who are they going to play? Like you talked about it being showcases or tournaments. Who else has a program like this with an under-19 group?
Lots of the SJHL teams have U18 programs, but they allow overage kids, so there'll be some opportunity to play there. There's lots in Eastern Canada and the US, so they'll definitely go to some showcases in probably Ontario, Eastern US, and probably something in the Midwest as well.
This for female hockey, because you talked about the U15. I want to ask that. How is that? You said it's gone over well. Maybe talk about that program as a first year this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think the school held off on it for a long time because they didn't think people would want to send their grade 9 girls or grade 8 girls away to boarding school. But there's not a lot of U15 programs like it in Western Canada, so we're actually in the world, so we've got a fairly internationally based program. It's generated a lot of interest. We've already got the team, probably 7 or 8 players committed for next year already, and it's pretty exciting. We've drawn some really good players through the program, and we want to start them on the right path, get them on the ice every day, and develop them for the next level.
Sarah, does this affect any of the other programs there, or is this in addition to?
It's in addition to. Every year the offerings here change a little bit. So we'll have 11 teams next year. It'll be 4 female and 7 male.
Nice.
When it comes to the U15, what percentage of players this year would be from out of Saskatchewan? Would it be pretty high?
Yeah, it was pretty high. We had, I think, 4 Americans. The kids that we had come from Saskatchewan were mainly Super League kids. They're playing in the FSL or the JPHL. So, there were a couple that were playing mainstream in the province, but I'd say we're close to 50%, maybe more, from outside of the province, with 1 Japanese player as well.
And this U19, the new team that will be starting next year, do you think that will predominantly be, because you talked about girls staying here, will that predominantly maybe be more of a Saskatchewan or Western Canada thing?
We're looking for all over. Definitely, we're talking to some Eastern Canadians right now and some Americans. So we also have, like in our student body right now, we have a lot of athletes from the US or international whose birth dates, they're in that exact situation where they wouldn't be able to graduate here if they played their full time here. So it allows us to recruit from outside of the country more, actually, because now we can keep our girls here till grade 12.
Does this help you then with your U18 AAA team, knowing that those kids are going to have a chance to play? Like, does this help you in that recruiting aspect?
Yeah, I think so. I think some kids will choose. I mean, it's essentially a similar level, but there'll be older kids on the one team, and we might have some players that come from elsewhere that will choose to play on that team because it's more of a showcase. So they'll go to more places where they might get a little bit more exposure. Or different exposure than our U18 AAA team would. So I would expect it to be great. A lot of overage kids and a lot of grade 12s that are just looking to find a place for post-secondary.
Do you picture Notre Dame hosting one of these showcases for this group? Do you picture that in the future?
Yeah, potentially. We have our Mandy Schwartz tournament in December, so this team will actually participate in that tournament as well. So,
okay.
So it'll be part of that showcase, and yeah, it might be something that we add to the mix down the road.
Nice.
Right on. Sarah, yeah, this it's exciting, and just more growth in female hockey. You've been around it for ever. Female hockey. Safe to say, just we're on the rise, and everything keeps climbing.
Yeah, I think so. It continues to grow where the boys is leveled out or dropped, and I think that's exciting. It's getting more and more exposure with the PWHL, and then the Olympics recently was certainly a help too. So lots more people are putting their kids into it, and it's something that they're taking seriously, and they want to put their kids in a position where they can be on the ice every day and develop.
Yeah, for sure.
Nicely done.
Great spot. Thanks so much for doing this, Sarah. Nice to catch up.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Female hockey coordinator out at Notre Dame, the U19 prep program. So it makes sense.
It does. There's a gap. There's a gap between finishing high school and going from AAA to being able to go to college. So instead of taking a year off and sitting on the sidelines or just skating and practicing, now you got somebody to play with. So it's a good move.
Obviously, on the male side, I've looked at it. I think my daughter, being 12, I think she would love it to an extent. Maybe a little bit of homesickness at the young age, the U15 age, but the boy. When I went there, it would have been all over it.
He'd be gone.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Gone.
We just get to hang out and play hockey and
all
work out and do this and eat on our own. And when you think about it, I wasn't mature enough.
You're still not.
Admit, I'm still not. I think when you and I went there, did the show from there, you saw some immaturity.
Yeah, and it's because there's no junior female hockey or not enough of a league yet for those young women to get involved in. So I think, but that would be the progression. That would be the next progression. Would be an under 20, a U20 female hockey league of some kind that would give them an opportunity to keep playing.
That was a good question. I was going to ask about if they were going to host the showcase, but then being with the Mandy Schwartz and how that thing is growing, huge journey. So interesting stuff. It is the Sports Cage. We're on the home of local sports in Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM. It's going to get rowdy at the Sixer tonight. You want local hockey? You got it. Weyburn Gold Wings, Regina Rebels, U18 AAA girls. The deciding game, Game 3, 7:45 puck drop. The other series tied 1-1 in Swift Current. It's Game 3. Notre Dame is in Hound. The dub, the Pats need 2 points in Lethbridge. 7 p.m. Pre-game show starts right here at 6:30 on 620 CKRM. Moose Jaw needing points in Swift Current. That game goes at 7. SJ Melfort is home to the Estevan Bruins. Senior hockey, Capel Valley Highway Hockey League. Game 1 of the league final. Grenfell is at Lumsden at 8 p.m. We have a U18 AA girls playoff game. The Rebels Gold Wings at the Ritchie, 8 p.m. U15 game 1 of the best of 3 between the Sask East Oilers and Prairie Storm goes 8 p.m. or in around there out in Balgoni. And Canada beat Cuba at the World Baseball Championships. And how about a shout out just sent in here, Greg from Burlington. Gilbert Dash from Kipling and the Canadian Paralympic curling team, they're on to the semifinals and hopefully gold. Dave's been updating that in the mornings, and we're updated at sportscage.com as well. Thanks, Greg, for the text message. Sports Ticker in Hour 3 is brought to you by Regina Steelcraft Doors. Made in Western Canada for Western Canada. Steelcraft Doors. You got a big 40,000 square foot facility. If you need a garage door, you can go visit them in Regina.
Park Street.
1-0 Italy right now, top of the third.
All right.
Why does that matter? Everybody that is just tuning in, we're talking World Baseball Championship because Italy beats Mexico.
Mexico is eliminated then.
And U.S. is in.
Yeah.
Mexico wins.
If Mexico wins, depending on how many runs Italy scores, it's U.S. or Italy in.
If you're anti-American, you're cheering for Mexico right now.
Yeah, Italy can't score more than 4 runs in a loss for the U.S. to advance.
You ever see that Homer Simpson when the two monkeys are scratching each other's backs in his brain? That's when you guys start talking about this thing. That's what's going on up here with me. It's crazy. This could be the most asinine tiebreaker formula to get into a playoff I've ever heard of in any kind of sport.
More than 3-on-3 overtime hockey in the gold medal game?
Oh, yeah, by far.
That's
that is straightforward. 3-3, whoever scores, advance. This is like you got to carry an X and Y equals Z, and then it's, I don't know.
Hockey's the only sport that changes their rules completely for overtime to get it finished. Basketball doesn't go 3-on-3. Baseball doesn't move the pitcher off the mound. He doesn't throw from second base.
Golf,
they keep playing. They might play the same hole, but they keep playing. They don't play left-handed all of a sudden. They don't play without a putter.
I think that would make it end a lot quicker too, though. Playing left-handed
might be entertaining. That's the part that disappoints me about the 3-on-3 hockey finish. Like if you want to say it's after 20 minutes we're going to go to a shootout, fine, but you play 5-on-5 till then. You don't change the whole game. That's my own personal opinion. No other sport changes their game completely to pick a winner.
Sharky's take. Sharky's here, and he's back tomorrow, brought to you by Flooring Superstore.
Good seats still available.
Trent Dickin and the team, cash and carry prices, or they can find somebody to do the job for you. They are also on Park Street.
They are.
Flooring Superstore.
Cool.
We are going to end the show with the interview with both coaches from the big game tonight, the Weyburn Gold Wings and Regina Rebels at the Sixer.
C6.
You went to the Pat Canadians game last night.
Yeah, Patsy's played very well.
Malachi Martin you liked?
Yeah.
You'd scout
Hodgie. I liked Hodgie.
If you were scouting for QPAR, you would talk to him.
QPAR, I'd reach out to Malachi. Yeah. The other, you know what? Estevan looked tired. They looked like they'd played a hard 5-game series, and they had. Estevan looked tired, and I think they might have spent all the playoff cash they had in the Swift Current series.
How about the Saskatoon Blazers beating Moose Jaw in game 1?
Go in and said, "We'd like this one, please. Thank you very much."
Moose Jaw is going up to Stoon angry
and down 1.
Angry.
And it's a best of 5. It's not like they can burn 2. You can't go down 2-0. You gotta get this tied up for Moose Jaw, or you're in deep trouble.
So that interview's coming up in moments. We talked NBA today. We got our NBA fix for the month end. Bam Adebayo, 83 points last night.
We got our soccer fix in.
Iran is saying no to the World Cup. We'll see if that holds true. Lee Kormish, you can go back and listen to everything in podcast form. We covered a lot today, and we get to do it again tomorrow.
And how to say I'm sorry.
We covered that off. How to do it. What's coming up in the show tomorrow? Arash Madani. That'll be great to talk to him about NFL, NBA, all that. We have
Glenn Suter,
SJHL report, NASCAR, Glenn Suter, and the senior hockey report from the Nooner guys.
It's a big day.
It's a busy day.
It's a big day.
Oh, and at 3:15, allegedly Darian Durant, because he missed Monday.
Really?
He said he'll come on at 3:15.
Oh,
there we go.
How special will that be?
Let's roll. I haven't talked to Darian in a while.
Okay,
stay tuned. If you want the interviews are coming up. Gold Wings and Rebels. Cheer loud tonight wherever you're going to watch hockey. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Cheers.